Good day everyone, I am Patricia May Buscagan, and in this video, I will show you a demonstration of my lesson plan with the learning competency of use imperatives and prepositions when giving instructions. So in this lesson plan, I am utilizing an instructional material with the use of technology. So let's do it. Good morning, class. Good morning, ma'am. I am your teacher, Teacher Pat. And before we're going to start our discussion, I want you to pick up the pieces of paper on the floor. And while you pick up the pieces of paper on the floor, I also want you to arrange your chairs. And I will check your attendance. Okay? Okay. Now, I would like to call Miss Beatrice to lead our prayer for today. Okay, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Now that we are done discussing about yesterday's topic, I would like to recall about your understanding about the discussion yesterday. So, I would like to have 2 volunteers to answer these 2 questions. Ma'am, I would like to answer. Miss Beatrice, you raised your hand. Okay. So in this question, what is a verbal communication? Okay, a verbal communication is a type of communication that uses the mouth to verbally communicate with other people and to have a conversation with other people po, ma'am. Very good. That is a verbal communication. Okay, for the other, I would like to have Miss Patricia. Okay, what is a non-verbal communication? A non-verbal communication is a type of communication that does not use the mouth to produce sounds or to communicate, but rather it uses gestures or facial expressions to communicate with other people. So that is a non-verbal communication po, ma'am. Very good, very well said. So now that you understand yesterday's topic, I would like you to sit back and listen in this discussion because we will now have another lesson. Before we're going to start our discussion, I would like you to look for your pairs because in this activity, we will be having a think, pair, and share. Okay? Look for your pair now. Okay? Now that you're done looking for your pairs, I will now give the instructions. So listen. So in this activity, I want you to write 5 sentences about giving commands, giving requests, or orders. And another 5 sentences about showing directions or showing possessions. So, you must write this in a 1/2 sheet of paper, crosswise, and I want you to do this in 10 minutes. So, after you are done with your task, you need to submit it in front and sit quiet. Okay? Okay, now that you are done with your activity or task, I would draw 1 paper in here, and the pair that would be chosen would present their answers in front, and I would also ask them some questions. Okay? Okay. Miss Beatrice and Miss Patricia. Okay. I would like you to present your answer. Okay, please stand up. Okay, so now I have 2 questions for the both of you. First question is, why do you think the sentences that you wrote here tell someone what to do or shows directions and position? We think that the sentences that we wrote in that paper or in that activity is that the sentences or the words that we use in the sentences uses prepositions like at, to, of, above, below, behind, so that those prepositions really indicates a position in a direction. And for the commands, orders, and requests, we use some words like please, so it shows like commands. So we can really test that those sentences are evident for directions and positions and requests and commands and orders. Okay. The second question is, what do you think these sentences are called? For the second question, ma'am, we think that these sentences are called as, for the directions and positions, I think it is called for a prepositional phrase or the use of prepositions. And I think for the giving commands and requests and orders are for the imperatives, because imperatives, as I know, imperatives are giving commands, requests, and orders. So I think it is imperatives and prepositions. Very good. Imperatives, prepositions. Okay. Okay, so now that you are done with the activity, the think, pair, share activity, I would now tell you the objectives of this lesson. So first, I would like you to identify imperatives and prepositions in a given sentence. The second objective of this lesson is to show ability in giving instructions with the use of imperatives and prepositions. And the third one, and the last objective, is to construct an essay with the use of imperatives and prepositions. Okay, you get me? Okay. Okay guys, please sit properly because I will now start the discussion. Okay, but before we're going to start, I would like you to show this video.
Imperatives. Definition. Imperatives are verbs that create an imperative sentence, a sentence that gives a command or an order. When reading an imperative sentence, it will always sound like the speaker is bossing someone around. Grammar rule. Examples. Sit quietly in the classroom. Don't forget your books. Be nice to your mother and father. Go to market and bring some vegetables. Speak politely with your elders.
Okay, so that is the video about the imperatives. So now we're going to discuss about the imperatives. So imperatives is a type of sentences that gives orders, gives commands, gives requests, and it seems like the speaker that gives the orders, commands, or requests seems like bossing around. So it would be like the speaker is much superior than you. But in this sentence, it is just simply giving a request, simply giving commands and orders. An example of this is here we have, please bring me a glass of water. So that is an example. Another one is turn off the lights. Okay. And lastly, we have clean the sink. So as you can see, the sentences here shows that the speaker is giving orders to the hearer. So that is an imperative sentence. Okay, do you get me? Do you follow? Chicken?
Nuggets.
Okay, very good. Now we will move on to the prepositions. Okay guys, now that we are done with the imperatives, we will now jump onto the prepositions. So before I am going to discuss about the prepositions, I would like you to show this video to add more knowledge about the prepositions. Okay?
Prepositions.
Watch.
A preposition is a word that shows the relation between a noun or a pronoun and some other words in a sentence. A preposition is placed before a noun or a pronoun. Different prepositions show different relations.
Okay, now that we're done watching the video, now discuss the preposition. So a preposition is a part of speech that usually comes before the noun phrase. Prepositions are words that begins a prepositional phrase. Okay, for example, to the store. So that is a prepositional phrase. Up to the hill. So that is a prepositional phrase. Okay, so they also indicate relationships between other words in sentences. Okay, so that is a preposition. An example of a preposition is here. My mom used our brand new car to the store. So as you can see, to the store here is our prepositional phrase and to is our preposition. So that is our example number 1. For the number 2, we have here, Dad works at the Lego company. So our prepositional phrase here is at the Lego company. So our preposition here is at. Okay, very good. So for our third example, we have here, France is behind the curtains. Okay, so what is our prepositional phrase here? Okay, Miss Patricia. Prepositional phrase is behind the curtains. Very good. That is our prepositional phrase, behind the curtains. So what is our preposition here? Okay, Miss Beatrice.
Behind.
Okay, behind. Very good. Behind is our preposition here. So our prepositional phrase here is behind the curtains and our preposition is behind. Very good. So that is our prepositions in imperatives. Okay, class, I would like you to count from 1 to 5. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we will be having a group activity and we need 5 groups. Okay. Okay, so now that you're done with your groups, I would like you to listen because I will be giving the instructions. So, in this group activity, I will be giving you 10 minutes to collaborate with your group mates and think about your role play. And in this role play, you need to show instructions or give instructions with the use of imperatives and prepositions. Okay, do you get it? Do you follow? Okay. So, after the 10 minutes, I will be giving you 3 minutes each group to present it in front. Okay, and then your presentation or your role play will be graded by the following rubric presented in here. Okay, very good. So I will just leave the rubric here so that you will be able to look for the rubric or the criteria. Okay. So now 10 minutes starts now. Now that you are done with your the 10 minutes, I would like you to present it. And for the first group, please prepare because you will be having 3 minutes to present, okay? Okay, group 1, please present. 3 minutes starts now. Okay, class, now that we are done with the group activity, please give a round of applause to your classmates and to your group mates, to yourselves. Okay, very good. Now, we will be having an assessment and we will be having 2 tests for you to test your knowledge about the discussion. Okay, so for the test 1, I will present it in front. So for our test 1, this would be identification, and I would like you to answer this on a 1/4 sheet of paper. Okay, this is an individual task. So, you need to write imperative if the sentence shows imperative. You need to write preposition if the sentence shows preposition. Okay? And if the sentence shows both of them, which is the sentence has imperative and also has prepositions, then you need to write both. Okay? You need to write your answers on the space provided. Okay? Please start now. Okay, now that you are done, we will be having our second test, and that is for you to construct a short story. So in this task, you are to create a short story that considers the use of imperatives in prepositions. Okay, you get me? Chicken?
Nuggets.
Okay, very good. So you need to write this in at least 10 to 15 sentences, and you must write this in a 1 whole sheet of paper. I will be giving you 10 minutes to answer this, and your essay will be graded by the following rubric. I presented it here. Okay, very good. Very good. And when you are done, please pass it in front so that I will be able to check it. Okay, class, before we're going to end our day or end our lesson for today, I want you to listen because I will be giving you an assignment. Okay, so for your assignment, you need to construct 5 sentences that considers the use of imperatives and another 5 sentences that considers the use of prepositions. And in each sentence, you need to illustrate it and draw it on an A4 bond paper. And after you illustrated your sentences, you need to take a picture of it one by one and then put it in a PowerPoint presentation and design it whatever you like. And after that, you need to save it in a flash drive, and you must submit that the day after tomorrow. Okay, do you get me? And so, this activity or in this assignment, you will be graded by the following rubric. So I will just present it here. Okay, very good. So now that you are done, please pick up some pieces of paper on the floor and you are free to leave. Class dismissed.